Let's talk about the NBA.
Bros.
Bros.
The real
basketball.
players.
Oh gosh,
That's what it's all about.
that's
right
harsh.
there.
Yeah, that's harsh.
No.
I know. I'm just.
You know
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
They're just kids. They're
I
gonna
know.
grow up.
Yeah.
Like
Do you want to?
Lonzo Ball needs.
Yeah. Oh man, his opening game for the season. Man, they were rough on him.
They were
Beverly?
tough. And speaking of growing up, I don't think Lonzo needs to grow up. I think LeVar needs to grow up.
Yeah.
And I'll touch on that here in a second. But I think
fathers.
you're right. But he bounced back game 2, although I don't take a lot of stock in that because
It's the Phoenix Suns.
Exactly.
How good is their defense? How good
Absolutely.
will Lonzo play against defense like the Warriors?
exactly when
Defense
you
like
get,
the Spurs.
John Wall.
Oh yeah,
stepped it up.
oh yeah,
Washington,
yeah, he's incredible.
They're going to be really. They were great to watch last
Yeah,
year.
bullets.
Really took the Celtics.
Yeah.
Who was probably the second best team. So
Yeah.
I guess that would be. You know what? I would argue that Washington may have, while not technically by the record, by the numbers.
Yeah.
I think in reality, Washington was probably the second best team in the
In
East.
in the East. Oh yeah. Oh, I
think
agree.
phenomenal.
I agree.
So
Definitely.
But going back to you wanted to address the Lonzo.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. He showed great character for a rookie. Because they were on him. They were.
Patrick Beverly.
Yeah.
Was
He
on
was
him
he
like,
was.
like stink
Oh,
on manure.
and every
like
time
white on
he made
rice,
he made a defensive play,
ketchup.
he stuck up his finger. First team. I mean, welcome to the NBA, Lonzo Ball. Let's see what you could do from here. So
And actually, to speak as far as sportsmanship, you're absolutely right. I'm not a huge fan of Lonzo, but that's because I just haven't seen a huge body of work from him. I've seen the stats.
Yeah.
But when I watch him,
double last night.
very close to a triple double.
Almost a triple double.
Almost a triple double.
But that's again against the Suns, and
you know,
I mean,
the
what was
final
the
score
score?
was
260 to 890. I mean,
it was like the Monstars
Yeah,
were
why,
playing the Monstars JV. It was ridiculous. There was no defense at all in that
none.
game.
It was just back. It looked like the rookie game during the All-Star game.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Gosh.
So
Anyway.
So yeah, I think, but Patrick Beverly did come out and he walked over. He said, "Hey, much respect to you. I'm just letting you know this is how it's going to be."
Yeah.
And it's really not even your fault, which
Yeah.
is something that I want to talk about.
Sure.
And maybe that's why I have a problem with Lonzo, and it's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
I despise LeVar Ball. Because I think LeVar Ball is a selfish,
Yeah, sure.
washed up, never was, never has been, never gonna be
Yeah.
nothing. He's trying to ride the coattails of
his son.
all of
Yeah.
his sons,
Oh, yeah.
especially Lonzo right now.
Yeah.
And I've always thought that there's been some people who are like, "Hey, it's great," you
Yeah,
know, because
yeah.
he's kind of arrogant. And it's funny to watch. And then you got the people like who are a little bit more extreme than me, who are just like, "Oh, he's stupid and he's annoying." Me,
Yeah.
I don't get to the point of where like I want him to necessarily go away.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of hope he gets embarrassed. But he's always saying like it's about my sons, it's about my sons.
Yeah.
But then did you hear his interview with Stephen A. after the Clippers Lakers game, game 1?
Mm-mm.
He said like basically Stephen A. gave him a hard time, going, "No, what you talk about your son?"
Yeah, he gives everyone a hard time.
He does. He does. And he 1 for 6 shooting, 3 points.
Yeah.
You know, what was your son doing
Yeah.
out there?
What was it? What was his
LeVar
answer?
And he said, "We did win. What caught me more than anything was," he goes, "my brand won."
Yeah,
not
that's-
Ball brand, not my family's brand,
No,
not
his.
Lonzo's
Yeah,
brand.
yes, yeah.
He goes, "My brand."
Yeah. What?
And just like we said out there earlier today, as far as when you say, "Oh, we lost."
Wait, yeah.
Now, granted, it's
Yeah.
his son, so he has a connection.
Sure.
But
yeah.
you're not out there.
You're
playing.
not- he's not out
when
there.
When you sit there and go, "My brand," to me,
Yeah, that's-
you're saying I want to benefit off of his work,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
going to keep working to reap what he's sowing.
Yeah.
And that's annoying, and that's awful. And I agree. I think what Patrick Beverly said is absolutely accurate.
Yeah.
While there's not a lot of teams that play man to man, like up in your face D like that.
Yeah. I mean, that season opener looked like Beverly was playing in the Game 7 NBA Finals.
Absolutely. It was almost. It was almost.
That's what it looked like.
So.
It was
like,
embarrassing.
Up in your face. It was almost like straight up like out on the cement, hardcore,
in Brooklyn.
street ball.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
So
yeah.
Not that I know anything about that. I've never been to a Brooklyn basketball court and played in a game.
Oh yeah, it's tough. It's
I just imagine.
Yeah. I got a lot of scars.
I've seen
my
movies.
Elbows and shit. Yeah.
I've seen movies. That's my homework, guys. I base everything off what I've seen in Hollywood.
But yeah, I mean, there was a lot going on in the NBA. A lot of teams. Yeah. Oh,
love the NBA.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's a long season, not as long as Major League Baseball, but it is a long season, and there's a lot of teams gunning for the Warriors, gunning for there's a lot of teams that are constructing to compete against the Warriors. Now, is that good for the NBA? Heck yeah, yeah. That's I think that's great. Remember in the late '90s, early 2000s, when the Chicago Bulls were creating their team around Michael Jordan, and then they won what, six
in 7 years.
Yeah, 6 and 7 years. Okay, what other teams back then competed against the Bulls? Obviously none, because that's 6. Yeah.
In the early '90s, obviously you had Detroit was kind of a powerhouse.
Yeah. Celtics, which is
Lakers. I think something a lot of people forget. Like, there for a stretch in the '70s and '80s, it was kind of like it is now, as far as with because people keep going, oh, I don't like that it's the it keeps on going. It's like predetermined. My laptop is freaking out on me right now. So, but yeah, people are like, oh, it's the Cavs, it's the Golden State. It's already predetermined. It doesn't make the season as interesting.
Yeah.
Which like what you just said, with everyone gunning for Golden State.
Yeah.
I think it makes it better. I think it is going to make it more competitive.
Oh yeah.
I hope
the West.
That while the Grizzlies.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I
You
love
love.
them.
Yeah, of course.
I just don't know. I mean, they've done great. They've been 7 or 8 seed last several years. They've gotten to the playoffs. The West is so stacked.
Oh,
so yeah, I think everyone is gunning. I think Houston showed a little bit of promise. I'm still curious at how things are going to work out down the stretch between Chris Paul and James Harden.
Yeah.
I'm also interested to see
both guys wanting the ball all the time.
You can't have 2 number ones.
No,
absolutely not.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting how that works out and how they get along.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's going to be great to see how the Thunder,
how
that core of Carmelo, Russ, and Paul George get along.
That the story of Paul George going to the Thunder, I missed that somehow. My wife and I, when we were watching the game, I wanted to watch the Knicks. That's my team, the Knicks. Oh, they're terrible. So I wanted to see how Carmelo Anthony, would interact with his former Knicks players. He was great with Porzingis. I mean, he hugged him. He did a little, the bro hug, like how me you bro hug. That was great, which we didn't see when Kyrie and LeBron met for the first time in the season opener, Cavs Celtics. They barely looked at each other, and they barely fist pumped. But I don't think if it wasn't for that injury to Gordon Hayward, then they wouldn't, at the end of the game, they wouldn't have hugged the way they did if it wasn't for that injury. I think that injury, made both teams like, whoa. I mean, because both teams were like, they couldn't even look at that injury. They couldn't even.
It's awful.
Yeah. I mean, they were kneeling, praying together. I don't think if it wasn't for that injury, I don't think that LeBron and Kyrie would have hugged the way they did at the end of the game.
And I agree. I still don't even know if it was more so out of just kind of a mutual respect for, hey, we play this game.
Yeah.
And
the Cavs won, by the way. Cavs won that game.
Yeah. Although, admittedly, even with Gordon Hayward down, Celtics didn't look bad.
No.
Didn't look bad.
Yeah, and LeBron admitted that that he was a little tired. He said, quote unquote, I was playing old man basketball.
He is an old man.
Gosh, yeah, but look at him. He's like an Aaron Judge out there, 6'9".
He is ridiculous.
Wow.
The way he moves.
Yeah, you're jealous. We're jealous. We're just jealous bros.
That's what it boils down to.
I mean,
if I had half of his
girth.
athletic gifts,
wait, I'm sorry, what?
I told you not to be making fun of my little
dainty
feet.
Yeah.
Hurts,
No, I know.
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Girth. No, going back, I think that's interesting because I find the whole LeBron, Kyrie Irving, it's not a feud. It's not a feud.
No, yeah. I wouldn't say feud.
I find it interesting from the standpoint that I think it shows how petty LeBron is.
A little bit.
I do. I think, and I would have been really, really interested had Boston won that game.
How LeBron would have acted.
LeBron, would he have still done that, or would he have?
No, he would have. He sulks.
Yeah. Oh, he does. Absolutely.
He sulks.
I mean, and that's kind of been my problem with LeBron his whole career.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that I'm just incredibly jealous.
Of course. Yeah. Of his
everything he's
physique.
able to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that he, who claims to be the greatest basketball player in the world,
yes,
and I don't think we could argue that. I think at this point, I think the window for me, a lot of people say, oh, he has been for years. It still is. He should have been the MVP every year. They just don't give it to him every year because it'd be boring. But, and it would be. I get it. But I think that there's a lot. Like last year, people were like, oh, LeBron's numbers were insane.
Which they were. They were.
No. My apologies. It was not last season. It was the season that they did win the championship.
Right.
When Golden State went for the record.
Yeah.
That was also the year that Steph Curry from 3-point was more reliable than LeBron James laying it up.
Whoa.
Like statistically, if you had to
bet
on one or the other, I'm going to have to find the stat and we can throw it in the comments on YouTube, and I'd also love to post it maybe on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to find that. But I remember that at the end of regular season, statistically, if you were going to bet money on Steph Curry hitting a three
and
or LeBron James hitting a layup, Steph Curry was just so dead on that he was the better money shot. Like he was the better bet if you were going to wager on one or the other. And that's insane because, I mean, it's a layup.
Yeah.
And it's LeBron James.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
Not to say that LeBron James is awful. It's to say that's how incredible Steph Curry is.
Yeah.
So again, going back, I admit that he's one of the greatest, has been the greatest for a little bit. But I think he acts like a child. I think he doesn't care. It's funny.
I agree.
His whole nickname for himself is the King, King James.
Yeah.
You carry yourself like a spoiled prince.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. You punk.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a little harsh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, LeBron. Don't
hate you.
Don't come.
Yeah. We're bros. We're bros. But if the Cavs would have lost that game against the Celtics, he would have walked off the court.
And
not
to be honest,
and not even spoke to Kyrie.
Yeah, he'd have walked off just like he did before he left Cleveland the first time. They lost in the conference finals, and he walks off, he's taking his head, and he's just sulking, and I don't like that. I'm not a huge Kyrie Irving fan just because he went to Duke. Yeah, not a huge Duke fan. My wife,
she loves Coach K. Yeah, so does my wife. Yeah,
she's a huge Dookie. So I put up with Duke games.
Yeah, just
when
because
Memphis isn't playing, and can't find them. So, but again, I respect Kyrie for his skills. I gotta give him. I gotta side with him on this because look, that championship that Cleveland won, they win because Kyrie hit some huge shots.
Oh yeah.
But since that championship, it's been LeBron fulfilled his promise. He brought a championship to Cleveland.
Well, what about Kyrie?
Kind of brought it. So I don't blame him for wanting to get out from underneath LeBron's shadow.
Yeah, sure.
Plus, I think, all signs point to LeBron probably leaving Cleveland. Kyrie has been in a LeBron James list.
Yeah.
Cleveland. Yeah. And it was miserable. So I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Get out of town. Go. Disappear. So what I also find interesting is going back to the super teams gunning for the Warriors. Do you think that ever bothers? We were talking about LeBron being so emotional and kind of petty. Do you think that bothers him that nobody ever says, "Oh, we're gunning for the Cavs"? Hey, we gotta work to beat the Cavs. Like teams in the East know they've got to get past the Cavs.
Yeah, to have any chance. Have any chance to go further in the playoffs.
Yeah. But I still feel kind of like it's almost the mindset is we'll worry about Cleveland when we come to Cleveland. It doesn't matter what we do with Cleveland if we can't beat Golden State. So it still feels like even in the East, knowing they've got to go through Cleveland, teams are still more worried about building to beat Golden State. Like Golden State has set the bar that everyone's shooting.
Sure.
For.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I think teams in the East, especially Indiana Pacers, they're building their team this year.
Oladipo is looking good.
Yeah. Oh my
looking
gosh.
Good.
Yeah. But I agree with you. LeBron James, has this chip on his shoulder. Why are the Warriors? Why is everyone talking about the Warriors when they should be talking about the Cavs?
Exactly
and a lot of that is that all-star ego, the being self-proclaimed the king. Yeah, that would definitely get to me if other teams, all the other fans are rooting for the Warriors. That would definitely impact me.
You know who else who's kind of jaded, who's kind of, they feel a little disrespected, and he has more than just a chip on his shoulder. He has a fracture in his face. The Bulls.
Yeah, what?
Mr. Meritich.
Yeah, what?
There.
What? I mean,
and we've got that video.
Yeah,
and
you're adults. Hello.
Well,
Hello?
Apparently, like at first, I'm like, how are you gonna go and punch your own teammate?
Yeah.
So hard you break his face.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I understand. Things get heated. Things get heated during practice, and I'm sure like all the trainers, the coaches, they're riding you because it's this is preseason. Come on, what did it happen during preseason, or did it happen after?
It happened before.
The first.
My understanding is it happened before the season opener.
Yeah. Okay.
It was.
Yeah.
It was in practice, and my understanding is apparently like at first I was like,
they don't like each other.
Done. Like, dude. Of course he's from Providence. Scrappy kind of school.
Yeah.
Always good basketball.
Always.
First round or two of the of March Madness.
Yeah. They're always there.
Always there. But apparently Meritich had been going at him throughout practice.
Yeah.
So it's almost like maybe Meritich deserved it. Maybe not have his face broke.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean,
again, you're adults. Things get heated. And settling it by hitting your own teammate. I think that's kind of disgraceful.
I agree. Did you ever get to a fight with anybody?
On my team? No, I don't. I never got into any physical altercation. I remember in soccer, a bunch of us yelling at each other. Because in soccer, not only do you play offense, you play a lot of defense. So some people don't have the
soccer players deserve to be higher ranked on the 50 greatest athletes.
Oh yeah, and there's a bunch. Yeah, there's a bunch. But getting into a physical altercation, especially when you're an adult and you're on this professional, the elite level, of basketball, you can't go any further than the NBA, can you? No. So you gotta keep your emotions in check.
If someone gets in your face multiple times.
Oh, that's on them. Yeah.
Do you swing? Does Conrad?
No,
Queso
no. They would have to swing because I'll always evade. I could see a punch happening before it even comes. And I'm serious. I'm not. I mean, yeah, we're bros, but like, I could anticipate that, and I wouldn't hit first.
I wouldn't either. I would just
I wouldn't hit first.
I'd put like itch powder in your jockstrap or something.
Oh yeah,
that's
we're bros.
I am like like a kind of like secret kind of warfare, like psychological warfare, gonna mess with you. So